it's Rosalind. Welcome back to my garden. We are in the last few days of October and the weather has warmed up a little bit, so we've been trying to get all the bulbs planted before the weather cools off again. So far, I have planted 500 bulbs into the cut flower garden. I did a tulip bulb bed with about 400 bulbs. All of those will be used for spring bouquets, and then the rest have been planted around in the borders. There's some alliums, daffodils, some lilies, and some more tulips just around the borders. It's going to be a beautiful spring. But today I have 500 bulbs that I want to get planted out into the orchard. I'll be planting trumpet daffodils, just a blend of crocus, and iris reticulata. It is quite windy today, so hopefully the camera will be okay. But all of these flowers will be blooming late February and throughout the month of March. Since these flowers will be blooming so early, by late spring, the leaves should have soaked up enough sun that we should be able to go in there and mow everything down. But I want the orchard to have a meadow feel in the spring. I want it to look natural in there. So make yourself a cup of coffee or tea and join me in the garden as we plant these bulbs. And then at the end, I also want to take you out to the chicken coop because we've been working on something cute out there. I started with digging probably around 30 holes. I didn't count for sure, but I would dig a hole and then I would take a step over and dig another hole. I'm hoping that all of these flowers will bring lots of food to the early pollinators next spring. This is what it looked like after I was done digging. And now it's time to get all of these bulbs placed into the ground. When you're planting bulbs, you want to make sure that the pointy side is facing up. That will be your growth point, and the roots will come out of the bottom of the bulb. I place about 10 crocus bulbs into each planting hole, and around 5 daffodil bulbs per planting hole. The beautiful thing about crocus and daffodils is each year these flowers will multiply. After you have your bulbs planted, you just simply take that soil that you turn back and place it right back over top of the bulbs. I also like to lightly tamp it down with my feet after I'm done planting, and you will never notice that you've planted bulbs into your yard. And this is what it looked like after I was done planting. I'm so excited to share all of these flowers with you in spring. All right, friends, it is still very windy, but there is 500 bulbs planted into the orchard, and I still have quite a few crocus left, so I'm going to plant some right in here. I already have a couple hundred crocus planted in here, as well as some daffodils, but every fall I like to add a little bit more. Let's go see what's happening at the chicken coop. I've been wanting to have a gate so we can access the chicken yard a little bit easier, so Harley made this gate out of reclaimed wood. Isn't it absolutely adorable? So naturally, the chicken coop door needed to have a fresh wreath. I made a hydrangea wreath from dried hydrangeas that I had laying around. I thought it was the sweetest addition to the door. The summer annuals have long left us, so it is time to freshen up this container for late fall and winter. I added some fresh soil into the container and planted a little arborvitae in here to enjoy throughout the winter months. And of course, since this container is in front of the chicken coop, it does need to have a little bit of color added to it. So I'm planting pansies around the evergreen. I'm hoping the flowers will make it through the winter and still be here for us next spring. But oh my goodness, I absolutely love this gate. It is so much easier having a gate to feed the hens with instead of just trying to reach over the fence. What do you think, friends? Didn't Harley do an amazing job with this sweet little gate? I would still like to add a black handle to the gate and a solar light above the chicken coop door. Thank you for joining me in the garden today, friends. My hope is always that my garden brings you much joy and inspiration. I'm sending all of you love. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you right back here next Saturday. Bye.